Welcome back, I'm Mitchell Lyons. Perhaps Taylor Swift's most famous lyrics are "I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22." And after last night, the Cleveland Indians are definitely feeling 22. Fly, Eagles, fly. The Philadelphia Eagles defeated the New England Patriots last night in an instant classic. Let's get to the highlights. Some relationships are meant to be, and Shaun White and Olympic gold is one of those. Thanks, Chelsea. Good evening, I'm Mitchell. As she said, 4 years ago, the Cleveland Browns selected this Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Last night, they took another one, and after the break, I'll let the GM tell you why. Turnovers, receivers running wide open all night long, no pass rush, no win. The Ohio Bobcats fell to the Purdue Boilermakers 44-21 right here in Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana, in a game that was pretty much decided by halftime. After two drives that did not amount to much, Ohio went to sophomore Nathan Rourke. Right on cue, Rourke drove Ohio 75 yards, capping it off by running the option to perfection with A.J. Ouellette, making it a 10-7 game. From there, it was all Boilermakers. Purdue scored 24 points in the second quarter to take a commanding 34-7 lead into the break. Purdue running back Tario Fuller gashed Ohio on the ground all night long, running for 142 yards and a touchdown.
We didn't stop the run at all in the first half, and didn't do a great job of it in the second half, but did a better job. And once they got the running game going and we were not able to control that at all, that led to everything else being pretty good for them.
The lone bright spot for the Bobcats was the play of their quarterback. Rourke made a strong case to be the starter next week. He evaded defenders all night long and kept fighting and trying to score even when the game was over.
Do that for 4 quarters now, and so but I really like the intensity that we had that last drive and the energy, and to not, just because it would have been really easy just to let them walk all over us and just get off the field, and I don't think we did that.
Rourke's willingness to keep fighting got the attention of his head coach.
Yeah, I thought he made a ton of plays in that second half to where I was really pleased with what he got done, from scrambling to making tough angled throws.
Ohio firmly believes that they can compete against Power 5 opponents like Purdue, and they have a chance to prove that next week in Peden Stadium against the Kansas Jayhawks, a team they beat last year. Kickoff is set for 2 p.m. Stay tuned to WB for all the latest, and for Bobcat Showcase, I'm Mitchell Lyons. Down 2-1 in the bottom of the ninth, Francisco Lindor stepped to plate. Lindor goes Oppo Taco off the left field wall, scoring Eric Gonzalez all the way from first and tying the game. In the bottom of the 10th, former Red Jay Bruce comes through for the Tribe. Bruce rips one down the right field line, scoring Jose Ramirez from second and giving the Tribe their 22nd win in a row. The win was their first walk-off during the streak for the Indians. It also moves them past the 1935 Chicago Cubs for the second longest win streak of all time and just 4 games behind the 1916 New York Giants for the longest streak of all time.
Pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Baker Mayfield, quarterback, Oklahoma.
The Heisman Trophy winner is now a Cleveland Brown. The 6'1", 210-pound Mayfield became the first quarterback to be selected #1 overall by the Browns since Tim Couch in '99. Mayfield finished second in the country in passing yards and touchdowns last year. In his 3 years at Oklahoma, Mayfield was 34-6 as a starter. It's that record and his competitiveness that caught the eye of GM John Dorsey.
I think with Baker Mayfield, what we have is a guy who we talked about, who wins the game of football, is ultra competitive, is revered by his teammates and anybody who has ever been around him. This is a guy that has earned everything he has ever had from high school to college and now up here.
Dominance. That's the word to describe Ohio's 38-10 thrashing of the Toledo Rockets right here in Peden Stadium. Hi everybody, Mitchell Lyons here. And the Ohio Bobcats sent their seniors off with a bang, but using 393 rushing yards to defeat the Toledo Rockets and blast into first place. Before the game, Ohio honored their seniors, and during the game, the Bobcats honored the running game again and again and again. Ohio rushed the ball 56 times for 393 yards, setting a season high. Dorian Brown led the charge with 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. Quarterback Nathan Rourke once again went over 100 yards as he went for 132 and a touchdown.
After the game, they're all saying, "Oh, we'll see you in a few weeks." Who cares? It doesn't matter. You just ran 400 yards against them. Why not?
The first half, both teams were moving the ball up and down the field, but were plagued by 5 first-half turnovers, leading it to a 10-7 half, which is a lot lower scoring than people thought.
You know, I think there was definitely a little bit of frustration because we knew that we were driving the ball, and the only thing that was stopping us was us. I know there was a little bit of frustration on my part, but especially the guys with experience on this team in the offense, they knew that we needed to stay calm and just keep on executing, and we take better care of the ball in the second half, and that's what we did. And you can see they didn't stop us again in the second half, and it probably should have had the similar outcome in the first half.
Coming out of the break, Ohio found their groove. They marched right down the field and capped off the drive with a Nathan Rourke touchdown. As soon as they got the ball back, Dorian Brown went 62 yards to put an exclamation mark and the game out of reach. From there, Ohio just ran out the clock and put the exclamation mark on a huge victory. It's a short week for the Ohio Bobcats as they only have 6 days to prepare for the Akron Zips. It's simple: win, and they're in the MAC title game. For WAB Sports, I'm Mitchell Lyons.